Zion Williamson and the Pelicans are in a tight spot. The Pelicans made a wild decision, flying off to Vegas for 2 days after beating the Kings. Zion's weight struggles and void contract are causing chaos. He's jogging back on defense, barely trying, and the team's had enough. Leaked reports, gloves off. This is about to get ugly. The New Orleans Pelicans did something surprising by reaching the finals of the Western Conference in-season tournament. Sounds impressive, right? But things took a twist after Zion's successful return. Instead of being on cloud nine, their recent game against the Los Angeles Lakers showed there might be problems within the team. Now let's talk about the Pelicans' roller coaster ride. Picture this: the Pelicans proudly celebrating their tournament success, having made it to the finals. It's a big deal since the NBA is tough, and teams often get eliminated early. Early season basketball games usually don't get much attention. The excitement usually picks up after the mid-February post-trade deadline. But here we are, seeing competitive games early on, showing which teams might make it to the playoffs. But there's always a but. It seems like Zion Williamson's ongoing issues have resurfaced. After their disappointing loss to the Lakers, basketball legends Shaq and Chuck didn't hold back. Shaq straight up said he does not run hard. Ouch. Chuck, the wise one, pointed out a big difference. Zion is no longer a rookie, and having star teammates outshine him doesn't look good for someone supposed to be the next LeBron. The game against the Lakers reveals the challenges facing the Pelicans. Despite reaching the tournament finals, the loss raises concerns about their ability to perform consistently. It's not just about winning games, it's about how players, especially Zion, adapt to the team's changes. Now, let's talk about what happens after this crucial game. The defeat sparks discussions not only about Zion's performance, but also about the Pelicans' overall direction. Their success in the tournament is commendable, but it also highlights areas that need improvement. After the Lakers game, Zion acknowledges his shortcomings, indicating a positive sign. He talks about being more aggressive and contributing more to help his team. This shows he's aware of his responsibilities and wants to address his weaknesses. However, behind closed doors, the Pelicans' decision-makers might be having a different conversation. Off-season rumors about the team considering trading Zion for a higher draft pick suggest a lack of confidence in his long-term impact. Talks about pursuing a top pick in the draft, like Scoot Henderson, show a focus on getting a player who can make an immediate impact. These off-season rumors, even if no trade happened, linger, shaping the perception of Zion's future with the Pelicans. As the team faces challenges this season, there's a lingering question about whether keeping Zion was the right move or if exploring trade options would have been wiser. Comparisons between Zion and other players, like Ben Simmons, who faced similar challenges, add a layer of caution. Both entered the league with huge expectations, had early success, and secured big contracts, but struggled to evolve their game. One thing in Zion's favor is his passion for the game. His frustration with criticisms after the Lakers game suggests a genuine desire to prove himself. If channeled effectively, this passion could drive him to overcome challenges. Yet concerns about Zion's fitness, highlighted by comments from analysts like Stephen A. Smith, add another dimension. Reports of Zion not following the team's advice on his diet and conditioning raise questions about his commitment to peak physical condition. Let's dissect the Lakers game. Zion drops 13 points, but hold up a 33 net rating. That's not just a bad day at the office. That's a red alert. But guess what? This isn't a one-off thing. Look at the Bulls and Kings games. The stats are wobbly there too. The Pelicans started the season with a 4-6 record due to injuries, then bounced back with 5 wins in 6 games. Now, out of these 6, the Pelicans, against all odds, clinched 3 pivotal wins towards the end of the season tournament. Now, these games aren't your regular Tuesday night hoops. They're intense, they're crucial, and they separate the contenders from the pretenders. Teams like the Sacramento Kings felt the wrath of the Pelicans. But here's the kicker: Zion Williamson, the supposed face of the franchise, wasn't exactly stealing the show. Fast forward to the Lakers game, and the aftermath is like NBA drama gold. Zion himself admitted he needs to level up, be more aggressive, find his shot, basically be the hoop maestro we all expected him to be. But here's the Shaq-sized truth bomb. If you caught that Lakers game, Zion looked more winded than a marathon runner post-race. Shaq nailed it with his blunt assessment. He does not run hard. Stats don't lie either. Brendan Ingram and CJ McCollum are outshining him, making the Pelicans look like they're running a two-star show. Now, let's rewind to that wild summer. Rumors were swirling faster than a spinning basketball. The Pelicans were openly considering a power move, eyeing Scoot Henderson like he's the golden ticket to success. Shams dropped the bomb, and Mark Stein echoed the sentiment. It was all out there. A potential Zion trade for a high pick, maybe to Charlotte, was on the table. Imagine Zion playing 45 minutes away from his family, hometown vibes on steroids. But plot twist, the Pelicans didn't pull the trigger. And you know what? So far, it seems like they dodged a cannonball. Sure, it's early in Henderson's career, but if he's struggling to shine with the Trailblazers, throwing him into a win-now scenario in New Orleans might have been a recipe for disaster. I wouldn't really stress disaster, though in hindsight, it looks like the Pelicans might have dodged a bullet by not trading Zion, but it's a glaring indicator that they, at some point, toyed with the idea of bidding adieu to the face of their franchise. Can we blame them though? From the get-go, Zion arrived with a cloud of uncertainty. Weight issues, health concerns, and whispers that his family preferred a different city vibe. It's like he came with an instruction manual that said, handle with extreme caution. Then came the CJ McCollum trade. A win-now move that should have had Zion dancing with joy. Instead, crickets. No welcome call, no acknowledgement. Even JJ Redick, a former teammate, dropped a truth bomb, calling out Zion's lack of investment in the team and the organization. Fast forward to more recent drama. Reports are swirling that Zion's playing hard to get with the Pelicans' calls for improved diet and conditioning. Seriously? It's like the team's handing out golden nuggets, and Zion's treating them like pesky telemarketers. The Pelicans, perched at 8th in the West, aren't exactly dominating. They're more resembling last year's Timberwolves or Thunder than the playoff contenders we envision. But wait, the Western Conference is a battlefield. Suns, Kings, Mavs, Lakers, Nuggets, all eyeing that 8th spot. The Clippers are streaking, the Rockets are cracking the road code, and the Warriors are battling injuries. The Pelicans might be walking on thin ice, and it's feeling a bit frosty. Remember, this is Zion's 5th NBA season, and it's not all slam dunks and glory. At some point, the Pelicans might just throw their hands up and say, we're done. Sure, Zion's got trade value soaring higher than his vertical leap, but if the right deal comes knocking, do they answer? Anyways, Zion Williamson is facing some serious challenges. People are talking a lot about his weight and fitness. The Pelicans, his team, have even told him to eat better and get in better shape. There were even rumors about him being traded to another team during the offseason, which would have been a huge deal. The media, especially Stephen A. Smith, went all in on Zion, saying he needs to take better care of himself. There's this funny image of chefs in New Orleans worrying that he might eat the table, which just shows how people are kind of concerned about his eating habits. Zion has this weight clause in his contract, meaning he has to stay under a certain weight to keep everything cool. If he goes over that, it could mess up his future contracts and money stuff. And get this, he's being compared to another player, Ben Simmons, who had a lot of hype but didn't quite live up to it. Both of them had high expectations but struggled, especially with injuries. But here's the thing, Zion seems really passionate about the game. He got upset after a bad game, which shows he cares and wants to prove himself. It's like he's got this fire to succeed. So as we watch the NBA season unfold, everyone's keeping an eye on Zion. Can he overcome the challenges, get fit, and live up to the hype? It's a bit like a sports drama playing out, and we're all waiting to see how it ends.